अतीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् गोविंद आओ खड़े काके लागो पाए बलिहारी गुरु आपने जिन गोविंद दियो बताए। गुरु जी और भगवान जी साथ साथ खड़े हैं तो शिष्य जो है वो ये कह रहे हैं कि मैं किसके चरण लगूं। विचार कर रहा है, विचार करके वो सोचता है कि गुरु जी ने ही भगवान को मिलाया है तो सबसे पहले गुरु के चरण स्पर्श करो। गोविंद आओ खड़े काको लागे पाए बलिहारी गुरु आपने जिन गोविंद दियो।
मैं राम नहीं, राम का नाम भजो, कृष्ण नहीं, कृष्ण का नाम भजो, शिव नहीं, शिव का नाम भजो, आनंद का नाम। दुख और सुख में अनुभव करो। दुख क्या चीज़? दुख मेरा है, सुख परमात्मा का है। उसने दुख नहीं दिया, दुख हमारे कर्मों का है, सुख उसने दिया।
The project's account of progressors, and I was writing a book called The Anarchist Garden. I'm a soil scientist by profession. Though I did it as a mature student, I also have engineering. I have quite a comprehensive background. Actually, it's spiralling like this, but inside itself. But eventually, it loops back. So that what you find is that eventually the universe becomes an atom inside itself. Do you understand what I mean? You imagine Russian dolls. I mean, by the way, I'm not Sadhu. You know, I mean, I say I'm of the same family, which is mystic. Okay. The whole group is mystic. You can throw in the shamans, the sadhus, the Sufis. They see Santa Claus in his underwear because they see a bloke in white with a long white beard, which is Santa Claus in his underwear. Sure. God is not that. In fact, the moment you manifest an image of God, you make an error. It is a mind. And this is what I was writing about. This is what I called this originally. I mean, the original work is called A Lesson of the Lights, and I put it as Google pages, but it's kind of changed a little bit. A chat and then a chillin'.
Everything was incredibly fortuitous. Inside the temples, inside those temples.
And there is also only maybe 2 words, just believe and surrender to God. That's it.
How?
By accepting, by believing, and after by surrendering.
What's that?
It means that you understand that.
When you want something or you feel something, you just do it. Huh? For me, it's not. You must not look to the difficulty, because when you focus on the difficulty, then it comes.
No. I thought it was also very wonderful where I was. It was so very new and fresh and different, and every day was new. Why the hell am I going to go to Australia to do the exact same thing in the country that I just left? Except the only thing I can see about it being different is it's upside down and it's hotter. And I don't do heat so well, as you can tell by coming today.
मरते हैं बस गीत वोत गाते हैं
ये संत हमसे पूछ रहा है तो इसका अर्थ सतगुरु मुंडिया लेख मुंडाया गुरु का भेजा न गया है यानी कि आपको किसने मुंडाया किसका भेजा न दिया है
For our advantage, because we want to include ourselves in this.
Yeah, well, it's hard to do work completely altruistic.
So, I was working on this, and I had pretty much very, very strong, powerful, mystical experience. Crown chakra event. I mean, I've written it in a book. I hate recalling it now because it's so long ago. And as a consequence of that, as I say, I read some writings of Sri Aurobindo. Once I read that, I knew I needed to go to India.
As simply as possible, making as little footprint on the earth as possible. For 10 years now, I've not been wearing shoes. When people come into a special place, they take their shoes off. When they go into a mandir or their home, they take their shoes off. It's people without this understanding that have caused so much environmental damage all over the world.
This Baba's yogi, I don't know who are the yogis. I was completely ignorant about it. I thought in the beginning that it was the hippies of India. Because they smoke chillum, long hair, long beard. I said, wow, nice hippies they have in India. You know? Yeah. I was completely ignorant about Sadhu Babas. I don't know. Then when I visit them, I see this with face of elephant, face of monkey with many arms. I say, wow, which kind of drugs they take, this boss? So but then slowly I understand. I start to go to visit them, and I see in the morning they do this position of yoga, and I was quite curious. So then some Baba called me and teach me, so I start slowly make yoga, they teach me to make japa with some mantra. And so I like these things, especially when I start to learn meditation. I feel very, very good. And so I decide to remain there.